During the summer of one of Utah's highest snow years on record, I set out to complete the Uinta Highline Trail solo. Having done solo trails before, I knew this one would be different, as the sheer remoteness would prevent me from seeing hikers, but also any other people in general. I knew that relying on people would not exist on this trail, and that I needed to be on top of my game at all times. As someone that's been severely affected by loneliness on solo hikes before, I was curious to see how I'd respond to multiple days without seeing anybody at all. The Uinta Highline Trail is a 106-mile trail that traverses the Uinta Mountains of Utah from east to west, starting at McKee Draw. The elaborate plan I hatched for the first day was to hike 4.5 miles to a lake and set up camp. In retrospect, I should have just slept in my car for the night. First sun of the day, and I think it might shape up to be a lovely evening.
They are officially infatuated with me, but some of them got some bad looks on them. They don't look very nice.
What is going on? They're like infatuated with me.
Oh my God, dude. Shut up! I just herded cattle for the last 15 minutes of my life because I got sick of them being around my campsite. The storm is definitely starting to move my way. Ton of cloud to ground lightning on this. I don't know if you can see it, but just wait till you hear this crack. Yep. Yeah. You know what the funniest thing about this is that I had a thought to cowboy camp tonight. Oh my God.
Well, everything is beyond wet right now. Just hoping that the sun comes up and I can dry my tent out a little bit and unfreeze my hands, basically. We got about 16 miles to water, so some clouds back behind us, but it's clear this way, so I'm just hoping for some sun. That would be great. I had a 16-mile dry section coming up that I felt super confident about. At the same time, however, I was slowly starting to realize that navigating on this trail was proving to be a bit more challenging than I thought.
Definitely gonna need to have maps downloaded for this because there's not a lot of markings.
One thing you really need to be careful of on this trail is getting off trail. I am now having to boot it back to the trail, and I'm a bit off, quite a ways off.
When you get to a wide opening like this, really got to be cognizant of the faintness of the trail. There's an elk right there.
Finally, I got to take a nice relaxing break when something catastrophic happened. Trying to dry some of my stuff out. I got my tent over there. Everything is just, oh no. Wow. That is not good. This is the rest of the water I have in this dry section. Well, I just dumped a whole liter of water in my shoe at probably the worst time that you could do it on this trail. Definitely the worst time, which is in this dry section. We've gone about 9.5 miles since the morning, so I probably have another 7 miles to go with this much of water. Hopefully there's a source before it.
Well, this is an actual treat right now. This meadow is so gorgeous. And the sun came out right when I got here, and I filled up with water. So I'm about to have a break, a little bit away from the stream so I don't get eaten by mosquitoes, but man, pretty freaking sweet. The trail always provides. You just got to keep going. I just saw my first person of the day on a four-wheeler. It's almost 5 o'clock.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little hammered after today. I have a little twinge in my hip. Stretched it out today. Got to camp. Not sure what that's about. Never had that before. Tomorrow is an even bigger day. Might have to hit some ibuprofen up.
Yeah, that snow sitting up there might complicate some things.
It always looks worse from a distance, so you never know what it's gonna look like when you actually get up there.
Definitely think I'm the first one through these passes this year.
See what we got. It's definitely still icy. This is too steep of an angle. I'm gonna see if I can come around this corner here. Looks a little bit better.
All of that. I will say, this about the trail is really pissing me off. It's just going through these ass bogs. I do not see a trail here. What? It says I'm literally like right on the trail. This over this. Just absolutely blasted through that with my leg. No wonder it takes so goddamn long to go 20 miles when your shoes are waterlogged and there's no frickin' ass trail. Another classic move of where I'm telling a guy I'm camping tonight. Oh, you sure? That's a long way. I don't know if you can make that. Watch me. We came from 2 miles below that peak right there, through these basins. It's a shame you can't see the basins below this plateau because they're pretty sweet. Asshole that said I couldn't make it here, I made it. 7:30. Would have made it here way earlier if I wasn't filming my every movement. Now I'm in zombie walk mode. These rocks are really never ending. I would for sure say, mile for mile, that this is harder than the JMT. Still a good time, but it's tough. It's a tough trail. I mean, if you're not walking on rocks, you're walking through bogs and your feet are still wet. Mine are still wet. This is through hiking. I'd pay someone $100 to set up my camp for me right now. This deer trying to join the party. Hey, I'll pay you $10 if you set up my tent. Look at that, $10. Get it? $10. Get out of here. Hey, go.
By now, the solo nature of the hike was starting to get to me. Not even 7 a.m. and we got a nice old bog to walk through. Wet feet coming up.
Yep, this is the trail.
Well, I've came to the conclusion that I need new music on my phone because I've been listening to the same artist for like three days. Same like 20 songs. Yeah, hoping I can get some service at the top of Anderson and try to download some new songs. That proves to be critical when you are solo and haven't seen. I've seen one person today. Well, it was a group of 3 right before lunch. Those are the first people I've seen. That's the only people I've seen so far.
Definitely gonna shoot the gap here. Right there's the pass. That should be King's Peak. When I think about solo hiking, I don't necessarily think about it as doing the PCT solo because there's so many other people on trail. If you need something, they're there. If you forgot something, you can borrow something. There's a bunch of people on trail that you're passing every single day. This experience, however, is totally different. For 3 days, I have not hiked with anybody but myself. When it's just you and your thoughts, and that's it. And that's what I've done the last 3 days. No phone service, nothing. Does it get lonely? Yeah, it does. I mean, look at this vast expanse and it's just me.
Getting an early start today. We have 3 passes and there's reports either rain in the morning or rain in the afternoon. We will see what we can get done before that happens.
I've never seen more mosquitoes than I have in this basin. Look at them. Oh my gosh, dude. Porcupine Pass right there. Hoping to get there before that precipitation does. We didn't beat it, so we're above tree line now, so just kind of gotta send it. Was just thinking might need a little dopamine hit right now. Yeah, let's go.
As I got closer to the end of the trail, I expected to actually see a person or two, but I was still wrong.
2:30 right now and haven't seen anybody all day. Nowhere. Totally solo. Pretty weird. All right, we're at the third pass of the day.
My next objective was to get over Dead Horse Pass, which is regarded as the toughest pass of the Uinta Highline. Legend has it that horses have perished on this pass due to its steepness and loose rock. Looking at it from my vantage, it was hard to think that a trail even ascends it.
It looks pretty gnarly. I might have to go through that snowfield there. We'll see, but I think it's that notch right there.
Hoping Dead Horse Pass doesn't become Dead Hoochie Pass. Will be good though.
Randomly that night, 2 other thru hikers showed up at my camp just before nightfall, and we decided to tackle the pass in the morning.
Yeah, I understand why it's Dead Horse. The horse is ready for some water?
Woo! I really couldn't think of a more serendipitous moment for my solo thru hike. We continued to hike the trail together with the intent of finishing it that day. At a break spot, however, I accidentally left my phone on a rock and told them to go ahead as I went back to grab it. This inadvertently created too much time between us, and I never ended up seeing them again. At first, I was irritated that we didn't finish together, but then a thought hit. This was the way that it was supposed to be. I was supposed to get through all of these obstacles by myself and ultimately finish by myself.